जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौरहरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्ट शिल भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्ट शिल भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्य लीला पृष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्ट शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिल गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिल सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सर्वम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रजमंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्रीयुता पादकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. We were hearing, one second. We were hearing Nrisingha Lila from before Nrisingha Chaturdashi and after also. Then I was with Siddhanti Maharaj when he came in Slovenia and also in Pula. And yesterday was Vrindavan Das Thakur appearance. So today I want to continue where we left off. Nrisingha Bhagavan asked Prahlad Maharaj, you request some boon. Then Prahlad Maharaj told, this is what we heard last time, O best of the givers of benediction, if you at all want to bestow a desirable benediction upon me, then I pray from you that within my heart material desires will never grow. By the appearance of desire, the functions of one's senses, mind, life, body, dharma, determination, intelligence, shyness, wealth, strength, memory, and truthfulness are destroyed by selfish desire. All this will be destroyed. This means that the senses go astray and cannot experience your sweetness. We are a verse to Krishna. O lotus-eyed Lord, when a human being gives up the desire for a sthayi bhav with you in his mind, he becomes eligible only for merging into you. Then, in commentary, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is saying, Nrisingha Bhagavan is saying to Prahlad, if you do not desire benedictions, then why do you desire service to me, saying that you want to be my servant? Then Prahlad Maharaj says, when a person is extremely free of all desires situated in the mind, is free from the sthayi bhavas of dasya, sakya, etc., then he is qualified for sayujya. I do not desire merging. So only like being free from all desires, that is also not proper. Then only you will being, but no any activity, no any desire, na shochati na kankshati, but then after that comes mad bhaktim labhate param, that desire to serve Krishna. That is pure desire, and that will fulfill. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, that is why I told. I want your service, I don't want merging. Thus I ask for the spiritual benediction of being your servant in Dasya Rasa. Then further Prahlad is saying, I offer respects to the Lord, full of 6 qualities, the Purusha, the great soul, the killer of all miseries, the wonderful lion and man, who is Brahman and Paramatma. Then Nrisingha Bhagavan is asking Prahlad, merging with me is revered by the sages who are Atmarama. Why do you, just a little demon boy, criticize it? Then Prahlad Maharaj is thinking himself defeated by these words of the Lord. Prahlad offers respects. This, I offer respects to the Lord, full of 6 qualities, the Purusha, the great soul, the killer of all miseries, all this. The Lord said, O Prahlad, a devotee like you never desires any kind of material benedictions, either in this life or in the next. Nonetheless, I order you to enjoy the luxuries of the demons until the end of the Manvantar. Here, Nrisingha Bhagavan is telling in commentary, not only you, but all my devotees have this nature. Means they don't want anything else except service of Krishna. I will give this for only this Manvantar, not longer. Do not be angry. Nrisingha Bhagavan told, I will give you up to end of Manvantar, not more. Continuously hearing topics about me and always being absorbed in me in your mind, worship me, the Lord of sacrifice, situated in all beings, by Bhakti Yoga, while giving up Karma Yoga. Then Prahlad Maharaj is saying to Nrisingha Bhagavan, because of what offense are you throwing me in the hole of material life? Then Nrisingha Bhagavan telling, worship me, the Lord of sacrifices, by Bhakti Yoga. By this, all sacrifices will be performed without doing horse sacrifices, as kings do. Only Bhakti Yoga, you will do everything. Give up all karmas, Vedic and secular, since the person qualified for bhakti should not do karmas. That qualification for bhakti is in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Shraddha Bishwas Kohe Sudrido Nishchoy, Shraddha Shabde Bishwas Kohe Sudrido Nishchoy, Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarva Karma Krito Hoy. This firm faith that by serving Krishna, all activities are done. No need any separate activity. Like watering the root of tree, whole tree is nourished. So devotees, by directly serving Krishna, they need not do any other activity. Having given up piety and enjoyment and sin by pious actions, and having given up the previous body by the passing of time, having spread your glory, your pure glory, praised even in Svarga, and being already free of bondage, you will come to me. Nrisingha told. Then in commentary, do not be afraid of bondage by karma, by enjoyment. In your previous birth, all karmas were destroyed. By experience of enjoyment, the prarabdha punyas will be exhausted. By pious acts, prarabdha sins will be exhausted. Giving up your previous body, you attain me now. You are already liberated from bondage in this life. You are Jivan Mukta. It should be understood that Prahlad, like Narad and others, was partly Sadhan Siddha and partly Nitya Siddha. Then it will be explained. So, Nrisingha one told him, you will not be bound. You can never be bound. By this enjoyment, only that will be exhausted, and by pious, that enjoyment, pious activities will be exhausted, and by pious acts, prarabdha sins will be exhausted. Then here it is explains, this means they are nitya siddha, but also take forms of sadhakas during the pastimes. Like for example, Narad Goswami, he played this pastime of being son of maidservant. Then he met sadhus and they gave him mantra, and then he was doing bhajan and he got like body of associate of Supreme Lord. Prahlad also played this pastime that in past life he was sinful, then he did Sukriti, then he got grace of Narad and became. And another explanation is that there are two Prahlads. One is that Jiva who got perfection, and this Jiva who got perfection, Sadhan Siddha, merged into Nitya Siddha Prahlad, who is always staying in Vaikuntha, in the realm of Nrisingha Bhagavan. This is also one explanation. And Narad also, you can understand like that. Because Narad Goswami is in Panchatattva, Shrivas Pandit, and that represents Tatashta Shakti Jiva. But those who are liberated, there are two kinds of Tatashta Shakti Jiva, those who are eternally liberated and those who are eternally in bondage. So those who have attained perfection, they are in that category. That is why you cannot offer tulsi leaf to the feet of Shrivas Thakur, nor to Gadadhar Pandit, but you can offer to Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because they are Vishnu Tattva. Then further, Nrisingha is saying, and the person who always remembers your activities and my activities, and who chants the prayers you have offered to please me, becomes free from the bondage of karma in due course of time. Here in commentary, not only you are free of bondage, but others who remember you become free of bondage as well. Please listen. Mahyan Tyaja Gita means the song you sang to please me. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to teach us by his own example, he was repeatedly hearing this pastime of Nrisingha and Prahlad to get purification of heart and to get that devotion. Prahlad said, O bestower of blessings, O great Lord, please grant this boon. My father, his heart filled with anger, out of ignorance of your power and glory, thinking that you killed his brother, criticized you, the Guru of all the planets. he thus committed violence to me. May my father be purified, though he has been purified of his great sins, difficult to remove by your glance. O Lord, affectionate to the wretched. So here in commentary, previously I prayed at your lotus feet for the deliverance of all people suffering in this world. Now, if you have given such good fortune to me, then I pray also that you free one great sinner. This is expressed in 3 verses. My father's heart was contaminated with anger, even if he is already purified by your glance. I pray out of humility to hear words of mercy from your mouth. So Prahlad Maharaj already knows, but he wants to hear from Nrisingha Bhagavan what he will say now. The Lord said, O sinless Prahlad, your father has been purified, along with 21 forefathers in your family. As a devotee, you purify the family. Because you were born in this family, the entire dynasty has been purified. Here in commentary, what to speak of your father being purified in this life? 21 generations of his ancestors have been purified. Then Prahlad Maharaj asked, how do you purify the forefathers? Then Nrisingha replied, you, the devotee, have purified the father's and mother's lineage. This is one kind of explanation, but Madhvacharya, he explained that 21 fathers and mothers in previous lives of Prahlad got purified, those who were serving him. Not like father of Hiranyakashipu and like this up, but fathers and mothers of Prahlad in his previous 21 births. Peaceful, equipoised devotees who are well behaved and decorated with all good qualities purify even their place of residence, even if it is condemned. Here, in commentary, what to speak of purifying a family? My devotees purify the place in which they live. Puyanti means the purified. Like we are saying, Srivas Thakur's house, Punyavante Srivas Angne, very pure. And Jedino Grihe Bhajana Deki Grihete Golok Bhai. In that house where I see Bhajan, that is Golok, Vrindavan, means fully pure, Dham. That is why also we visit the Bhajan Kutir of pure devotees and their Samadhi and their Shripats, means houses of so many associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like Advaita Acharya's house, Vrindavan Das Thakur's house, this in Ambika Kalna, Gauri Das Pandit's house. We visit their house, but that is pure, means you will get devotion. King of the demons, having given up all material desires because of love for me, the devotees do not commit violence to any living entity, whether high or low. Those who follow your example will naturally become my devotees. You are the best example for all devotees. Nrisingha told. He already told king of the demons because his father is dead. So now he is, though very young, but he became king. So devotees, they have no any other desire except service of Krishna. So how they can commit any violence to any living entity? They see all as related to Krishna. It is impossible for them. So those who follow your example, they will become my devotees naturally. Prahlad Maharaj is saying in commentary, the greatness of those devotees is not astonishing to me, but I am not like that. Then Nrisingha, those men who follow you become my devotees. How? Having given up all desires by prema for me, madbhava, they become completely non-violent. Why can your glory not be expressed? You are a model for all the devotees. You are an example, since you are the best. But Prahlad Maharaj, out of natural humbleness, devotees, they never think I am devotee. Nrisingha continues, my dear child, perform the funeral rites for your father, already purified completely by the touch of my body. Having the best son, he will achieve the best planets. Here in commentary, since your father has been purified by the touch of my body, do not fear for his sins, but do the funeral rites simply for maintaining custom. O son, take charge of your father's kingdom as directed by the Brahmanas. Fixing your mind upon me, dedicated to me, perform your duties. Here, our Gurudev explained, there is no need for Prahlad to do Shraddh ceremony for his father, because his father already was purified, being killed by Supreme Lord. And another thing is, Prahlad Maharaj is already doing pure devotion. He is qualified for pure devotion. So by serving directly Krishna, he does not need to do any these activities. But because he is a king, he is example for others, he has to do this, because not all are qualified for pure bhakti. They are not doing. So if Prahlad will not do Shraddh ceremony, then others also will not do, because everyone is seeing the king, what king is doing, his example. Whatever great men do, common people follow. So not all are engaged like Prahlad. So he has to do it in order to give encouragement to others to do it, because it is good for them. Because by this Shraddh ceremony, you will have this faith that soul is eternal, and so many there good things are in that ceremony to get teaching. O son, yes, this is already. So here in commentary, though you as my devotee are not supposed to do karmas, by my order do karmas to maintain the custom, but be dedicated to me without faith in those karmas, like Shraddh, so many sanskaras there. By thinking of me, even if you do not do the karmas, they are performed. So do not worry. Because Prahlad Maharaj, he is doing, at least up to that time, he was doing only Smaran Bhakti. But in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu it is mentioned, one may do one devotion only with faith, and he will get perfection. Like Shukadev Goswami only spoke Kirtan Bhakti, and Parikshit Maharaj only heard Bhagavatam. He got perfection. Prahlad, because of his environment, demoniac, all that, he could not do other things, arati and this, no. but by always remembering Krishna. Smaran Bhakti, he got perfection. That is why here Nrisingha is saying, if you think about me, all your karmas automatically you are performed, even if you don't do, by watering the root of tree. So do not worry. He will do to be example for others. Narad said, thus as the Lord ordered, Prahlad performed the death rites for his father. O King Yudhishthir, he was then enthroned by the Brahmanas. Surrounded by the Devatas, Brahma, seeing the joyful face of Nrisingha, began speaking with pure words, praising the Lord. Brahma said, O Supreme Lord of all lords, proprietor of the entire universe, O Lord, born previous to the creators of all living entities, by good fortune you have now killed this sinful demon who was giving trouble to the entire universe. So here in commentary, means the Lord existed previous to the creators of living entities such as Brahma and Marichi. There in 4 verses of Bhagavatam, the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, Krishna says, Aham evasam evagre. Before this creation, I was existing. And during this creation, I am existing. And after the destruction, I will be existing. Supreme Lord is eternal. Jivas also are eternal. And their karma also is anadi. But these Brahma and Maricha and others, they come out when there is new creation. So before that, already Supreme Lord is existing. And Jivas also and their karma also. But that time they are sleeping inside Mahavishnu. This demon received from me the benediction that he would not be killed by any living being within my creation. Proud of his austerity, powers of yoga and strength, he destroyed the system set up by the Vedas. Brahma created lion and he created human. So Hiranyakashipu said, let me not be killed by any created being. That is why Supreme Lord appeared in uncommon form, half man, half lion. That is not created by Brahma. So to keep the word of Brahma, also Supreme Lord appeared. By great fortune, his great devotee son, a mere child, has now been released from death. By good fortune, now he has met you. O Lord, you are the protector from all fear and destructive death for the person who meditates upon the form of Paramatma. If one will surrender to Supreme Lord, Paramatma, then he will overcome death, means he will realize his eternal self. The Lord said, O powerful Brahma, born from the lotus, just as it is dangerous to feed milk to a snake, so it is dangerous to give benedictions to demons, who are by nature cruel. Do not give them such benedictions in the future. Snake is existing to harm others by biting, poison. So if you give food, then you will encourage that, you will support that. Like that, demons are by nature cruel. So if you give them benediction, then they will use that power for creating trouble for others. So Supreme Lord chastised Brahma, don't give such boons to such people. This is the difference. Like if you worship Brahma, then whatever you desire, he will give you, without thinking whether that is good or not good, or whether it will be harmful. Shiva also like this. But Supreme Lord will not give that which is not good. Like parents, they cannot give to their child something which is not good for them. But some other who are not relatives, they will give anything. That is why our Gurudev also was very careful. Some devotees from Russia, they said, we will make one temple in Russia for Shiva. We will worship him. Then Guru said, no, this is not good. Because, yes, you are saying we will worship as Vaishnava, but in reality, in your heart, you have so many material desires. So if you will worship Shiva, he will fulfill those. So it is better you worship your Gurudev's deity or photo. That was Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. He will not give such boons. But if someone is really sincere to worship Shiva as a devotee for getting devotion and to please him, then that is good. But Gurudev saw in their hearts they were having some other motives. That is why he told like that. Narad said, O King Yudhishthir, the Supreme Lord, who is normally invisible to all beings, after speaking in this way and being worshipped by Brahma, disappeared from that place. Supreme Lord's form is transcendental. No one can see with material senses. But so he is invisible, but not invisible to pure devotees. If that he is invisible means to our material senses. But if he wants to manifest himself in this world, then we can also see with these eyes, but only those who are devotees, they will recognize who he is. Hiranyakashipu was also directly seeing Nrisingha Bhagavan and others, but could not recognize who he is. Only when he was killed by him, he could feel in his heart that he is all good Supreme Lord. And then when he again disappears, then you cannot see him. Like Krishna appears in this world, manifests, then everyone can see, then he disappears. But devotees, even now in Vrindavan, in this world, they can see him. And in Navadip Dham, Gaurango is doing kirtan there. Not only in the house of Srivas, also in Chandrasekhar Acharya's house and other devotees, and also Nagar Sankirtan he is doing. Prahlad, a portion of the Lord, then worshipped the Prajapatis, Brahma and Shiva, and bowed down with his head. Thereafter, along with Shukracharya and other great saints, Brahma made Prahlad the king of all the Daityas and Danavas, the demon dynasty. O King Yudhishthir, after all the Devatas headed by Lord Brahma were properly worshipped by Prahlad Maharaj, thanking him, they offered Prahlad their highest benedictions and returned to their respective abodes. Thus, the two associates of Lord Vishnu, who had become the sons of Diti, thinking of the Lord as their enemy, were killed by the Lord who was situated in their hearts. Jai and Vijay. They were cursed by 4 Kumaras. But that was also, Supreme Lord was at the back. He inspired them to do like that, to Jai and Vijay and also to 4 Kumaras, because he wanted to do this pastime with them, to fighting Lila. So here in commentary, the question had been asked how it was possible for Shishupal and Dantavakra to attain Sayujya. Thus the story of their previous births was told. Now the story is concluded. But after these 3 births, they again got their forms as Jai and Vijay. Being cursed by the Kumaras, the same 2 associates took birth again as the Rakshasas, Kumbhakarna and the 10-headed Ravan, and were killed by Ramachandra's prowess. First they were Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. The next birth, Ravan and Kumbhakarna. Next birth, Dantavakra Shishupal. 3 births. Pierced by the arrows of Ramachandra, both Kumbhakarna and Ravan lay on the ground and left their bodies, thinking of Ram, just as they had in their previous births as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. They again took birth in human society as Shishupal and Dantavakra, with enmity toward the Lord. They merged into the body of the Lord in your presence. Many other kings who acted as enemies of Krishna destroyed their previously committed sins while taking a spiritual body at the time of death. Just as worms captured by a wasp obtain the same type of body as the wasp by meditation on the wasp. Here in commentary, Enach means offense, such as criticizing Krishna. They, by thinking of the Lord and absorbing their minds in the Lord, destroyed the sins that they previously committed. An example of absorption is given. A worm, by meditation on a wasp, becomes a wasp. Out of fear, will think of that wasp. And because of that absorption, when he dies, then he also becomes wasp, because that thinking was there. Just as devotees receive bodies similar to the Lord's form by bhakti, which is higher than other processes, Shishupal, Dantavakra and other kings, by thinking of Krishna, achieved the same result. One second. Sometimes it is said that attaining Krishna for demons or for devotees is same. Then it is explained in Gita by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur that this means that demons killed by Krishna, they attain Brahmajyoti. And that Brahmajyoti is not different from Krishna. So they also attain Krishna. But that point, not direct form. But some demons, because when they are killed, they feel the affection of Supreme Lord and they become inclined to him. They also get spiritual bodies for the service of Krishna. Because here it is written, later it will also be said that these enemies finally attain the Lord. Here in then this verse is from 10th Canto Bhagavatam as evidence. Simply by constantly thinking of him, the enemies of the Lord attained the same supreme truth, whom sages fixed in yoga worship by controlling their breath, mind and senses. Similarly, we Shrutis, who generally see you as all-pervading, will achieve the same nectar from your lotus feet that your consorts are able to relish because of their loving attraction to your mighty serpentine arms. For you look upon us and your consorts in the same way. Upanishads, Shrutis, they accepted Gopi Bhav. It is written in Shastra. So they are existing in Gopi forms in Vrindavan. Like that, we also have to accept that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this. highest type of service we can get by proper Guru Parampara and by doing that sadhana which they give us. Everything you asked me, means Yudhishthira asking Narad Goswami, about how Shishupal and others attained bodies like the Lord's, although they were inimical, has now been explained to you by me. The narration about the avatars of the great soul, Krishna, who is worshipped by the Brahmanas, this narration which relates the story of the killing of the two demons, is purifying. I have explained the story of the great and exalted devotee Prahlad, as well as Bhakti, Jnana and Vairagya, and the Swarup of the Lord, as it is. I have described the creation, maintenance and destruction of the universe, and the qualities and activities of the Lord. I have described the great destruction of the various habitations of the higher and lower creatures by me. The path of the devotees by which the Supreme Lord is understood, and also Adhyatma Gyan, have been described in this narration. One who, after faithfully hearing, chants this narration filled with the omnipotence of Vishnu, is certainly liberated from material bondage. That means all material desires, everything will be destroyed. We hear that if someone hears Ras Lila, that will, if he with faith and from proper source and everything, then that will destroy lust. But that is not only by through that. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was hearing Dhruva and Prahlad Charit all the time, because this will also purify our heart and will give devotion. Then we will be able to properly understand and appreciate that Lila of Radha Krishna. Then we can enter there. Otherwise, there is a possibility of misunderstanding and misapplying, and this happened in the past. That is why our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and also Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and also those who are known Babajis in Radhakund and in Navadip, I read, they also said, if someone is afflicted by lust, then it is not advisable that he should hear those pastimes. They are also saying, because practical experience is there. And as I told, Jiva Goswami also told in Bhakti Sandarbha 338, I think, Anucheda section, there he is explaining this verse, Vikritam Vraja, that if you hear, then your lust will be removed and you will get highest devotion. But he also told that this is not for those who are attracted to other rasas like Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, these other rasas, and those who are experiencing transformation in their genital. Means lust, when they hear, if they are, that is excited, then they should not hear. It is there. And also in Gopal Champu of Jiva Goswami, in first chapter, 23rd verse, there he said, now I explained Ras Lila, but this topic is not for discussion in public. This is only for those devotees who are having Govinda in their heart. Means those pure devotees who already realized Govinda in their heart. Govinda is in the heart of every living entity, but devotees, they know. they realized. So all are agreeing on this point. So gradually we have to hear pastimes of devotees and of Supreme Lord, and do sadhana according to instruction of bona fide Guru. Then gradually we can get that Gopi Bhav. Yes, you will get, but gradually by proper procedure. One who reads attentively this story of Nrisingha killing the king of the demons. This king of the demons represents anartha, which we conditioned soul have in our heart. That is desire for money, for sexual enjoyment, and for name and fame. This is Hiranyakashipu representing. But Nrisinghadev kills him. So one who reads attentively this story of Nrisingha killing the king of the demons, after hearing the pure love of Prahlad, greatest of devotees, attains the planet where there is no fear, akuto bhayam. That is only possible in Vaikuntha, in transcendental abode of Supreme. There is no fear. You Pandavas are the most fortunate in this world. Sages who purify the planets come and visit your houses because the Supreme Brahman personally resides in your houses in a human form. That Yudhishthira is Pandava. So himself Krishna is visiting their houses. Krishna definitely expands as the Brahman the realization of bliss without qualities, which is sought by great sages. He also resides in your house as the object of affection, a friend, a cousin, as your soul, as a person worthy of worship, as a servant, and as a guru. There are different relationships. The truth about Krishna is not perceived as it actually is by Brahma or others by their intelligence. May the Lord of the devotees, who is worshipped by vows of silence, bhakti, and control of the mind, be pleased with us. From tomorrow, maybe today already, this is the point we have to hear during Purushottam month, that even Brahma, who is the first created being, and he has such a long span of life, and he knows all the Vedas, and has 4 heads, and is most intelligent, even he could not realize about Krishna, that sweet form of Supreme Lord, without surrender. Only when he surrendered, then by Krishna's grace he could realize. Then he was regretting his offense, and he spoke prayers. So those prayers we have to continuously hear during Purushottam month. Though Brahma is our guru and he played such pastime, this fact was not mentioned by Vyasadeva, because otherwise the gravity of the subject will be lost. We will not take the teaching seriously. The teaching is that even Brahma without surrender could not realize Krishna, could not recognize Krishna. Then what to speak of us? Only through surrender. And Brahma will explain this point in his prayers. O King Yudhishthir, previously the Lord restored the fame of Shiva, which was ruined by the demon named Maya, who had unlimited powers. Yudhishthir said, please explain how the demon Maya Danava destroyed Lord Shiva's reputation and how Krishna restored his reputation. Then this is further, we will hear when we will come to that point in Srimad Bhagavatam. Full Srimad Bhagavatam is pure nectar and purifying, and is giving pure devotion to Krishna. And ultimately we come to the highest type of devotion, that of the gopis in 10th canto, but we have to gradually come to that point and with proper practice. Jai Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Nrisingha Bhagavan ki Jai. So there is some confusion. In India, they start Purushottam month on 17th May, day after tomorrow. And there is Amavasya, means new moon. But on one calendar calculated for Western countries, I saw it that tomorrow is Amavasya, and they wrote that fasting for Purushottam month already starts tomorrow, but Purushottam month and Brata starts on 17th. So I was confused now what this means. So I asked our Vishnu Maharaj, who is calculating for Slovenia today, but he did not yet reply to me. I think he is very busy. So I don't know now, but I myself will already start tomorrow with those special practices during Purushottam month, because there is no harm. Shravan Kirtan you can do always. And also diet I will start tomorrow already. It is same as Kartik Brata. There are some diet restrictions. So there is a list. Some items are anyway not available here in Western countries. That is no eggplant. Tomato is in India. When tomato came to India, then the Bengalis, they thought it like this is foreign eggplant because it's similar growing and seeds inside like this. So they said this is foreign eggplant. So they did not eat during Chaturmasya also, or Kartik, they did not eat. But generally it is not same thing. So it is not so strict about tomato. Then any kinds of beans you cannot take, including soya beans. And you cannot take pui shak, that is not available here, one kind of spinach, but, and also it is written here cabbage, though I did not find in the list given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And potol, this is not available here. You can get in India, permal or potol it is called. Then urat dal, that black dal, that is prohibited. Sesame, mustard, which means oil and everything, seed, no mustard. Then honey and chickpea dal, that chana dal or chola dal they say, or chickpea, that is also prohibited. And lowki, this is not available here. So this is for Purushottam month. And in our mat we follow that Govardhana Dharang Bande mantra we have to chant mentally at least 12 times. You can chant more, 24, 36, but at least 12 in one day. So devotees, they do during their sandhya, when they are doing other mantras with counting, and also in evening, and also when that program is there. There is special program for Purushottam month in the afternoon. So this mantra we have to repeat for the whole month. And Jagannath Ashtaka every day, and Chaura Graganya Purushashtakam, that is Braje Prasidam Navanita Chauram, starting, and also Hori He Doyala Mor Kirtan, and offer lamp to Vishnu, means to Krishna, and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam daily. And this topic comes about 40 prayers of Brahma to Supreme Lord after he got his grace, and other also practices. I will read that article written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and for which group Svanishta Parinishtita Nirapeksha, how they are practicing, and all kinds of enjoyments, giving up and dedicating yourself to Krishna. And tomorrow I will start reading that. I will see if until morning Vishnu Maharaj will reply to me. But anyway, I will start follow. That is no harm. Why it is so important to follow? Because there are two kinds of people, those who are eligible for karma kant and those who are eligible for bhakti. Those who are eligible for karma kant, they think that this extra month, Purushottam month, is very inauspicious, so they don't do any karma, any good activities they don't do in this month. But devotees, they are following the Puranas. They know that this Purushottam month was disappointed because other people, they were thinking he's impure. He went to Narayan, and Narayan took him to Krishna, and Krishna blessed him, and he said, no, I am giving all my powers to you. You are the best month. Whoever will do devotion in this month, he will get me. That is the best, even better than Kartik month. It is the highest. So anyone who will do devotion, he will get so much benefit we cannot imagine. And also it is speciality of this Purushottam month. If someone will observe, he can be rescued from Vaishnava aparat. What we did in past Vaishnava aparadas, that can be destroyed by properly observing this Purushottam month. And so many other benefits. I will read that article by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So just I'm telling about that diet and these special practices. It is very beneficial, so we have to follow this brata. So we'll see. I will tell tomorrow more. And some devotees, they also read Brahma Samhita because there is Govindam Adipurusham, and 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Purushottam Yoga. There Krishna says, I am superior to Brahman. I am superior to Paramatma. That is why I am celebrated in this world as Purushottam, Supreme Person. So this is Purushottam Brata. It is non-different from Krishna this month. It is holy every day. Like Ekadashi, that is holy, or some other auspicious days. But Purushottam month, every day is holy. And there is no need to check on calendar because there are no appearance Vaishnavas, disappearance, like no. Only this topic, and two Ekadashis are there. Padmini and Parama Ekadashi in Purushottam. Very powerful. So this is the best month. Our all Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, our gurus, they all followed, observed, and they taught us. You have to follow this. It is necessary. So we should try. So tomorrow we'll hear further. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला परांग गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री पंच तत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। जय श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल।